Singapore. The proposal for companies to provide a one-off payment of between 300 Singapore dollars and 600 Singapore dollars for workers earning up to 1,300 Singapore dollars was the most difficult item for members of the National Wages Council, NWC, to agree on. National Trades Union Congress, NTUC, Assistant Secretary General Melvin Young said on Thursday, May 31, the recommendation, proposed for companies that enjoyed productivity gains in 2017, was agreed upon after intense negotiations into the early morning, said members of NWC. The council is made up of representatives from employers, trade unions and the government. Dr. Robert Yap, president of Singapore National Employers Federation, SNEF, said that there were proposals for the payment to be much higher than the 300 Singapore dollars to 600 Singapore dollars. But the whole idea behind this kind of a one-time productivity payment is the sustainability of it. We want to ensure that it is something that is manageable and will allow us to sustain rather than something that is one-off and then we regret, Dr. Yap said. Mr. Young added, but we all agree that the message we want to send is that when there are productivity improvements, we want to make sure that we share the productivity gains with the workers and to tell the workers that we will work harder in the coming year to continue to strive for productivity improvements. Only with productivity improvements can we have sustainable annual wage growth. Firms can look to their own productivity measures to determine if they have achieved productivity gains, said Permanent Secretary for Manpower Orbeck Kam. This can be a sale per person or an efficiency-related measure. While NWC's recommendations also encourage companies that have done well in productivity growth to share the gains with all workers regardless of wage level, through a one-off special payment, it does not specify a figure or range unlike the case for low-wage workers. NWC member Lawrence Chin, governor of the American Chamber of Commerce, said that firms will appreciate the flexibility to give such bonuses as they like. The key point from a lot of companies is the flexibility to make decisions. There's a wide variance in terms of industries and how to calculate productivity, and different companies they decide what particular key indication or qualities are considered important, Mr. Chin added. NWC Chairman Peter Shea said that this is the first time a lump sum quantum has been proposed for productivity gains and it signals the Council's emphasis on productivity, especially because last year's productivity growth was very commendable. The government and various tripartite stakeholders have accepted the NWC's recommendations. Apart from the one-off payment, the Council also recommended a wage increment of between 50 Singapore dollars and 70 Singapore dollars for workers earning up to SGD 1,300. Representing the government, Mr. Kam said that the higher quantum of this year's wage increase range reflects the improvement in general business conditions, while maintaining the flexibility for employers to provide wage increases. The government supports the NWC's move to build upon the success of earlier tripartite efforts to raise the wage threshold and cover more low-wage workers, Mr. Kam said. With all 23 industry transformation maps launched, NWC said that employers should continue or start to operationalize the blueprints to spur more productivity and transformation. Dr. Yap said that employers should tap on programs and initiatives launched by tripartite partners to upskill workers and to develop an agile workforce to support their business transformation. The productivity gain in 2017 is terrific and we must ride on the momentum to press on with our productivity efforts. Successful industry transformation will create better quality jobs, raise skills, pay better, sustainable wages as well as grow the economic pie, Dr. Yap said.